Why, hello. We are back for week 4 transactions. It is just me this week, Bash. As White Fair, we couldn't get really a schedule down, and we couldn't really get like alignment up of our schedule. So I'm just here for this week, not White Fair, and because of that, we uh, this is probably gonna be a little bit quicker than usual. So we'll just get right into it. So first off, there was a trade in the ASL between Shadow and Static. Static being one of the new replacement coaches that for I believe it was Dave. And so what happened was Shadow ended up trading Togekiss, and Static ended up trading Raibombi. So that means that Static now gets a flinching, insanely annoying Mon, and now Shadow gets Webs. So looking at his team though, looking at the trade, Static does benefit a little bit by this. He gets more of a bulkier Mon than Raibombi, adding a lot more bulk to his team with the cores of like Nidoqueen, Gudra, Jellicent, Escav, Cradily. Like adding that to this mix is very nice for him, I think. As well as giving him a better hazard removal, as his team didn't really have the best hazard removal. Like his team had really bad hazard removal. Now that I think about it, and then Shadow. Shadow had Shadow kind of benefit with sticky webs and the fact that now Hitmonlee becomes a lot more scary. So does Slacking, Volcarona, and Mamoswine. Mamoswine under webs is absolutely terrifying for teams to deal with. So that I think is they both work out better. I don't think this trade was one sided at all. I think they both benefited from this trade for both of the teams. So that's really good for both of them. We'll see how they do these next couple of weeks with these new mons. Now, as part of a replacement coach, Static was able to make a couple more transactions. That didn't take away, I believe, from his transaction total. And with that, he ended up using two of them to actually drop Golbat and Kabuskin for Delphox and Barbarical. So with these transactions, he gets a lot more. He gets setup. He gets a setup, which his team didn't really have as much setup. I guess like a nasty pot, but more like speed boosting, I would say. As Barbarical provides a shell smash option, as most of his setups are just like Swords Dance, Nasty Pot, that kind of thing. So they didn't get like a boost like Dragon Dance or Quiver Dance. So Barbarical giving a shell smash is going to be really scary for opponents to deal with. Um, so especially with like Mega Medicham breaking for Barbarical. Next, and then he also ended up grabbing Delphox for like for like Golbat slash Combuskin, I guess. Which means that technically Togekiss is his only hazard removal as of right now. Before he did have Golbat and Combuskin, which Combuskin actually gets defog, which is kind of whack, but now he only has Togekiss as his defogger, I believe, or removal other than I guess Smeargle, but Smeargle isn't really a removal out per se, um, which is kind of interesting to think about. But Delphox gives a lot more speed and power, like special attacking power, as well as giving it another psychic spam kind of mon, as well as a wish passer, which could be really nice for some of the mons like Escavalier and Gudra, which both benefit a lot from wish passing. So uh, I would say though that this trade could be kind of controversial in the fact that his removal is literally down to just Togekiss at this moment, which might be difficult for him to deal with when he has a Weavile, Togekiss, and Delphox that all don't like rocks, honestly. So next we are going up to Vish, who on the top of the league, and he's still making transactions. He ended up dropping Tapu Fini, Incineroar, and Oricorio for Mandibuzz, Zoomroll, and Quillfish. I'll just say this right here: Quillfish at tier D, I believe it was. Yeah, tier D is absolutely a steal. I probably would have grabbed this if I didn't grab a Blastoise, I guess, or now Gastrodon. So I really praise Vish for grabbing that. That thing's a really good steal in tier D with the spikes and T spikes option as well as the intimidate pressure it brings. Then a zoom roll is absolutely amazing for him with the wall breaking potential as well as giving him more priority options as his team did not have the best priority options on his team. With only being Kangaskhan and Incineroar technically before this point, with sort of just having like fake out. So a zoom roll does provide that option of Aqua Jet, which is very scary, and it gives it a very good setup threat um, with belly drum and stuff like that. So that's something good to know. And Mandibuzz, Mandibuzz is I think is very good for this team. Honestly, it does give him a second flying type, so Mega Pidgeot and Mandibuzz might be a very difficult to deal with, but they both have very, 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 very different roles. And Mandibuzz is supposed to be more of a defensive core option, while as Mega Pidgeot is a very, very offensive option to pair with. So a little questionable about the Mandibuzz play, I guess I would say. I think it's probably just to help. It's just to get up a dark type on his team and some removal on his team as well, uh, which makes sense honestly with the fact that his removal pretty much is to Mega Pidgeot right now, as of right now, after these transactions are Mega Pidgeot, Mandibuzz, and Venomoth, which Venomoth is not really Venomoth and Mega Pidgeot do not want to be running Deflux. So I could see why he brings that, which why he picked up Mandibuzz for a really reliable hazard remover and a pretty reliable dark type as well. So that's something to note. And with this transaction, I believe he ends up switching his Z users from his Z user from Oricorio to Quillfish. Meaning that Quillfish is going to be a Z-Mon, which actually could be very terrifying with the fact that it has Fell Stinger. So if he gets up a +3 and he's in rain or something like that, this thing is absolutely terrifying. Which hopefully he does well with this. I'm really looking forward to seeing somebody use Quillfish because I absolutely love that Mon. So that's it for week 4 transactions. We'll be back next week, hopefully with White Ferret this time. I guess until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.